everyone, and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for another behind the scenes brick bod video, and I'm not tidying this week, or I might be doing some tidying, but I just want to talk about how mentally my brain is overloaded. It's about 2 weeks until we go to Brick World Chicago, and it's just taking up all my thoughts. Thankfully, I don't think I'm losing sleep over it just yet, but every waking moment, that's what I'm thinking about. How to make sure the house is ready, how to make sure the kids are prepared, how to make sure we're prepared for actually having fun. Like, I don't think I've let myself think about the fun part yet. And all I can think about while I'm thinking about that is how many other things there are to do in the house. So I sat down and I made a list. Things that we've got in progress. Partially, I'm making this video to kind of shame me into doing some of these things, but also like just to get it out of my head. And then all the things that I'm thinking about for Chicago as well. So let's start on the work in progress side. I can show you all the things that we as a family have in progress that I can think of. There's probably tons more projects, if I'm honest, that we've started and never finished. We're very good at that in this house. We'll go through them and have a little look at each project. So I've been attempting to part together some sets for maybe 2 years now, and I haven't finished it. I have been quite organised. So I got Bob the Minion in there. Not sure what that bag is. After saying I have them quite organised, that's quite embarrassing. This one, it does say, but I can't see what it says. That one is, I think it's a Winter Village set of some script. Again, another Winter Village set. No, Gingerbread House. Oh, a yellow gingerbread house. Post office, train, cocoa truck, pub, chocolate factory, and I have like paperwork that goes with this, but that seems to have gone walkies, so that's like the list of things I need. I slowly go through and check them off to make sure I have them all. I have been procrastinating on doing this for ages. I don't need to have this many things in progress at once. I really need to get on with it. It's just because I don't want to overpay for these sets. I just want to buy the parts when I have the time on. They're cheap and I'm already ordering. But yeah, so that's maybe getting out of hand. Maybe need to look into how to do this smarter. So the one I've been working on most recently is the house declutter. I've got so many rooms still to go. This is one of them. This is like what's going to be our bathroom eventually. It's just a junk room essentially. All the big furniture that we need to get rid of is sat in there. Then we've got the spare room, which we're going to need for Brick World Chicago. Someone's going to have to sleep in here. And it doesn't really look that welcoming right now, does it? So this is definitely going to have to be a project for the next couple of weeks. This is Ian's study, and this is like a through road to one of our bathrooms, so this is going to need tidying as well, ready for Brick World Chicago. Then, of course, we've got the old Lego room downstairs, which, please don't look at this too closely, is a state, really needs some work doing. And we've got another project there, that's the photo frame that I got for Christmas that I really need to put some photos in and get it up on the wall. And then the girls' room, which I'm not going to tackle this week because there's no point doing this close to when we go to Chicago because they will trash it again before Ian's parents arrive. And also this is one of the projects that we need to finish. I need to put curtains there and curtains there to give them like a little cubby under their beds. So we started a project to give our second house a new matching wall to the first house that we have, and I can't remember how long ago we did that. It took Ian like 5 years to do the first wall, so I wasn't expecting it to be done quickly, but we also couldn't find the same bricks to make it match, so we got to the point where we had to stop until we found the bricks. I found the bricks now, so hopefully this will happen over the summer, but this is another work in progress. The weeds are just extra because weeds suck. So another work in progress here is these cupboards that we put in. They need like the shelves putting in, which requires me to annoyingly get the stickers off the shelves, and then they need populating with sets. I've managed to put Rivendell up there just to get it out of the way. Ian was quite impressed that I managed to get myself up there, as if I didn't know how to use a ladder. So my parts storage is also an ongoing process. We need to add in a fourth row of these drawers in there, just because we have so many parts. And then I've got lots of empty boxes ready to put in for drawers like this one that are still in bags. So quite a lot of them are looking pretty organised, but quite a few of them need some work as well. So work in progress. Also, we have these ones as well now, and these are looking pretty organised, but again, also work in progress because currently Ian doesn't know where anything is, and I need to work with him to make sure he understands this system as well. But look how pretty that one looks. So cool. Now, this is obviously going to be one of our biggest work in progresses, like the Lego city itself. I kind of feel like this one's one that I don't want to ever be done, but there's some projects in here that we need to get done. So Winter Village Mountain, 5, 6, 7 in one castle, Lunar New Year area or Chinatown area, whatever's right at the back there that's just storage for sets. There's a lot to do in here, so massive work in progress. I've got the Lego from school. This is the one tub. I've finally taken it all apart. It was all stuck together, so I can't wash it like that. And I found some really disgusting things in. I'll give you another update on what disgusting things I found in there another time. But there's still another bag's worth and another box worth to go. It's a huge project, and it's definitely not going to be a priority before Brickworld Chicago. But I might try and get some of it cleaned during half term next week. So this is my gem painting that I've been doing. You can see that I've not got very far. I was doing this on like Twitch streams, but tidying up the Lego room kind of took over. And I've got like 12 or something of these like still to go. I'm not going to start anymore. And this is like a 15-year-old project. I was trying to make an octopus back in the days before kids when I was crafty. And I would love to finish it. I mean, look at all the legs I've got. But again, not a priority. But that's another thing that's mentally on the list and takes up space, but I don't have the time to do it. So I wanted to make some progress on the house this week. I had Friday morning, that's it, so this morning, and I thought I'm going to try my best to make a difference to one of the rooms that matters for Chicago, one of the rooms that Ian's parents will need to go through. And I decided to go for his study because actually most of the mess in here was just rubbish. He's not very good at taking the rubbish out. I remember as a child, my mum would say, "Can you bring the rubbish down from your room?" every week. And we're just not that consistent. Like, we often forget that the bins are even going out. So rubbish builds up sometimes. And I've cleared it all out. I've even roomered in here. I found quite a lot of recycling as well. His desk, I can see more of the surface, but there's some few things on there that I can't make decisions on, so I've left them for him. But it's tidy. And in fact, I've worked out that his chair is a terrible swivel chair because the central bit comes down lower than the wheels. So he might need to look at that, or maybe get a new chair. It's seen better days, that chair. But this isn't so bad to walk through if you're trying to get to the bathroom. And that was the main aim. And so I found a lot of Lego. I'll show you what I found in a second. But turns out Ian just sort of fiddles with Lego at his desk. And I also found like a whole box of it, I think left over from our wedding. That is not great. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so let's go through what I found in this room. So I've got coral piece, like loads of pieces sort of built up here. I think that is part of one of these things, creature things, Mario things. Got a motor there, pieces still attached to it, another Mario figure, some random hair. I'm gonna have to wash most of this, it's very dusty, and I'm gonna have to try and count it. But I found a lot of like stuff in bags. So this is kind of Lego, but I don't think it's Lego brand. So this is all from like the circuit cubes that we use for our fairground. So I think I'll try and keep that. I mean, some of it, is it Lego? No, that's not Lego. So I need to try and work out what's Lego and what's not, which is not helpful. Again, I found an owl under the desk. Obviously, that's where you keep your owls. So there's a vast array of bits. I think this is someone's hair from a CMF, so that'll be good to reunite. I think maybe the Highlands guy. Can't think what his name is. The Scottish dude, but not the bagpiper. So again, loads more. A bag of pieces. These are Lego. Don't know what's going on, whether that's a project or not. So counting all of this is going to be tricky. And then I found this bag here, which we had these as our gift bags at the wedding for guests. And you can see there's quite a considerable amount of Lego in there. I'll just show you quite how dusty it is. So when we had our house renovations done, like, we didn't really move stuff out of the way. We were quite naive about how much mess that was going to make. So this dust has been on there for quite some time. Quite a lot in here. So we gave everyone sort of a couple of pieces each. Like maybe 20 pieces of Lego just from a creator box. And then together they had to build something. I hate to think what's in here. Oh, so at least these are dust free. So these are little pieces left over, and again you can see the kind of things that Ian does. Like, that's not an actual build, he's just put that all together. It's really annoying, but yeah, these need to then go back into the collection. So this is going to be quite a number for Ian's study. I will go and add it all up and then I'll show you the chart. So in the bag of Lego from our wedding, I found 213 pieces. That's quite a lot of Lego in one bag. I found 30 pieces in the little plastic bag that might be from a project, so I've kept those in the bag so there was to ask Ian about those. And then I found one motor, plus I found 172 pieces in that tiny little box, all the tiny pieces plus the Mario figs and the other little fiddly bits on the floor. So that's a grand total of 416 pieces in the one room, a room that should never really have had Lego in. That's more than the rest of the house so far combined. I decided not to include all the stuff that came with the circuit cubes as it's not real Lego, so that's not included in this count. So despite not thinking I was going to get anywhere this week with the house progress, I have done a decent job in Ian's study. Here's the before and after pictures. I've got a lot to think about for Chicago still. I really want to get some sort of schedule sorted for the in-laws to look after the kids so that they know what they're doing on what days and meal plans and stuff, and just to make it an easy transition for the girls, because it's a long time to be away from us, a long time for us personally. Like, I'm not looking forward to that part, but also they're a bit nervous about it. And having gone through all the work in progresses, I can park them all knowing that I've captured them, and I can just stop thinking about them and shift my focus to planning heavily for Chicago. We've already got tokens coming on our way to give out at Chicago for mocks that we like. Hopefully all those pieces will arrive in time. One less room to do on the house prep as well. And I think I just need to start packing and then I'll be in holiday mode. So that's exciting. Let me know if you've got any tips for travelling internationally for a Lego convention, what things I might have missed off my Chicago list. Would be really helpful. Also, if you want to see other behind the scenes videos, I'll link up the playlist at the end. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.